Hello everyone! Welcome back to the Boruto reaction. Watching episode 176 today. Before we begin, thanks to the description below. Check out my Patreon, Discord, Instagram, and all that good stuff.
What's on Patreon?
On Patreon, it's up for $1. You get early access reactions to Pokemon and Boruto episodes, as well as shoutouts in the description of every video. And also get things like early access to other shows as well, like Dragon Ball. So check it out.
Check it out.
What happened last time on Boruto?
So, so many things happened that my brain just couldn't decide
Could
what
not
to
compute.
say first. Orochimaru turned up again to save the day. Got rid of that flower. He's like,
He melted it.
It's just a fake. It's fake news. It's not as good as the original.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarada and Boruto, with the help of Mitsuki, who had new organs now, came in, saved the day.
They defeated
Deepa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They destroyed him. And Victor got swallowed up by the flower.
Mm.
The divine tree ate him.
And what's his name? Trashamaru.
Konohamaru?
Konohamaru did nothing.
As she fought for a little bit, and then Orochimaru came and stole a spotlight.
He showed him how it's done.
Basically. But yeah, that wraps up the that arc.
Yeah.
I guess now we just got an episode that comes after, but that's pretty much it. But I guess there's a little bit more to cover. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's begin. We have something to report.
Please, excuse us.
I'm sorry. I know you just got back, but we had to call you.
Oh, no, I mean, I can't just take it easy forever.
Yes, you can.
Considering the gravity of the situation, we asked Lady Fifth and Lord Sixth to join us while we talk.
The ones we fought were named Victor and Deepa. They were unknown before now. They aren't listed in the bingo books of any nation.
Frankly, they were unlike anybody else that we've battled before this point.
Their objective was obtaining the fruit of the divine tree.
The divine tree?
It
The
seems
same
the
one.
tree was left on the surface after the Fourth Great Ninja War.
But who exactly would try to tamper with the divine tree in the first place?
In regards to that, I found something very interesting while
Madara.
on the site.
I asked Sai
He's
and Nana
back
to stay and do some
again.
additional
No.
investigating in the land of valleys.
We discovered a secret room of victors at the location. This is the pattern that was
They
drawn
said
on
we've
the wall.
discovered a secret room of victors, like multiple victors.
No. Just at his room.
Are you talking about that thing the members of Kara were researching?
Kakashi always
If
looks
that's
so
the case,
laid
it
back.
means the ones we
Just-
fought against
Right?
were...
Members
It's
of
safe to
Kara.
assume that they were members of Kara too.
It seems they were aware of the fact that you and others had brought down Momoshiki, Naruto.
That's classified information known only to the Five Kage.
So that means this Kara group, or whatever it is, has been keeping a very close eye on us for this entire time.
For how
What's
long?
the possibility that these two were the leaders and that Kara has been destroyed?
Most likely
No.
very low. I think that
That'd
we
be
ought to
nice.
assume that
Right?
they had other associates.
There was this one word, vessel, that we kept on seeing pop up in Victor's research data.
Vessel? What exactly is that supposed to mean?
A host of a body.
But there can be no doubt that it had great significance to Victor.
Maybe someone from his company might be able to tell us what he meant by it.
We did ask, but no one there knew.
Most of his employees weren't aware the divine tree was being cultivated in the basement.
Only a select few were authorized entry into the underground lab facility.
If their tentacles extend all the way to the hidden stone, then Kara must be an organization that has a very extensive network at its disposal.
It's also an issue that an organization apparently as big as this has never shown up once in our nets before this point.
And there's something
They've just been in the background this whole
We don't
time.
even know just how long this
It's like we've never
organization
come
has been in
across them at
existence.
all.
Any news on
Till
those
now?
involved with or used in the divine tree experiments?
Of
That's
course.
right, that doctor. He used a term for himself and some others. He said that they were called outers.
What, outers?
Probably some kind of code word used by the members. Sai, have you ever heard anything about that on your side of things?
I just remembered something that might be relevant to this.
Tell us. You just remembered now?
When Sasuke and I went to the Hidden Rain to investigate, we encountered a young man there.
Maybe it means an outside collaborator who supports Kara's ideology.
Perhaps it's by taking advantage of
Kakashi knows?
outsiders like they did with that man, that they've avoided falling under our scrutiny before now.
There could be scores of people like them scattered throughout all 5 great nations.
They could have an army.
Yeah, there's a good
Of
chance
just
that they're
followers.
lurking even in places outside the Hidden Stone and Hidden Rain. And they could even be here, in the Hidden Leaf.
In this
Spies here
room.
in the Leaf Village?
Maybe not that close.
We may very well have to investigate everyone in the village.
Wow.
That's a lot.
You suspect our own people?
It's a lot of
If
people.
it's what must be done, I'll use whatever means necessary.
It's not only the people who live in this village. How many people do you think come and go through here every single day? Considering that, any of the passengers on the Thunder Train could be one of them.
Are you saying that we're going to have to limit people's movements?
The battle against
Close
Kara
off
has
the village.
already begun. We have to avoid a situation where they inch closer and then suddenly overwhelm us while we waste time dawdling.
But still,
They can't just close off the village. It's like,
if we close the gates to the village, then it's going to end up having a really big impact on a lot of people's lives.
it
And
could
it'll
panic
create
people
a
as
lot
well.
of stress and worry for them.
But isn't it our duty to protect those same people? They're citizens of our village.
I don't know.
I just can't stand how much it itches underneath these bandages.
That'd be the worst. Under like a cast or something.
You shouldn't scratch at it too much.
Hey, do you think you guys might be able to help me haul this all the way to the top? The top? Yeah, up there.
Oh my lord. How about no? I'm going home.
Then ninja, can't they just like throw it?
Throw it?
Do you think you could wait one more day for me to tell you what my decision is?
Do what you need to do. But you need to let me know by tomorrow whether we should begin building a blockade at the gates or not.
But so many people come through.
Is there something we can help you with?
I'm okay. I just came to see how things are going. That's where you check people coming into the village, right?
Yes, sir. Although, to be frank, at this point, it's really not much more than a formality.
Wow.
Compared to the way it used to be, there's a lot more people coming and going, so there just isn't enough staff to really conduct a thorough check on everyone who shows up here.
More stuff.
Huh? Oh. We stay alert day and night to protect the safety of our
Don't tell him that.
I see. Well then, I'll leave it in your hands.
I'm so sorry, sir. I was a bit too honest. Don't fire me.
I can't believe Denki made us haul this huge thing all the way up here.
It's a big old balloon.
Of course, there's always a possibility that something could slip through the cracks.
Thanks for all your hard work.
He uses dogs as like sniffing for drugs.
To be honest with you, I believe that we really don't have a choice but to limit some of the movement into and out of the village. To put it simply, allowing just anyone to freely enter and leave makes it easy for enemies to enter too.
I like his shuriken
The Yakuza
backpack.
gang
Right?
and kidnapping by the Mujina gang prove that. This is graffiti left by people who came here from out of town. Apparently it was just supposed to be a harmless prank, but it goes to show that there are some people out there who have little love for this village. It's really unfortunate.
Well, I mean, there's always gonna be people doing stuff like that no matter where they go.
Things are a lot more open in the village these days. And while I think that's a good thing overall, it does mean that it'll be easier for troublesome elements to get in. If there's an enemy that we can see, we can deal with it. But when they're invisible, it spells big trouble.
Exactly.
You got a little fish.
A tiny little one.
I've never seen that kind of fish.
That's probably because this type of fish isn't from around here. It's
Just
called
like the
a
people.
non-native
What a
species.
metaphor.
It's kind of a nuisance, but all the same, when you get a chance to eat it, it's really quite delicious.
Are you saying we
Not-
should eat the people who come into the village?
You're the one making the decision. Whatever you may decide, as long as you believe it's truly the best solution for the village, I'm certain everyone will understand, Lord Seventh.
It's weird to see him just have the same level of respect and stuff with Kakashi and Tsunade and whatnot when he used to be like a little bratty kid.
Wow, that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's cool, Denki.
I cannot believe a giant balloon can float like that. Of course it can. It's a balloon. That's what they do.
That's so true. Balloons float. Who would have thought?
Don't take your eyes off the altimeter. The operating instructions are written on that paper.
Just leave it to us. That is right. Upward towards infinity.
Here we go.
Keep a hold of that paper, please. Like, that is
Where
your
are they
instructions. They're gonna go flying to the sky.
And they were never seen again.
The end.
He's not on it.
He's in the ground. Some kind of machine.
Hey, you guys. What are all of you doing up here?
How'd you get here so fast?
Lord Seven.
Hey, Dad, what are you doing all the way up here?
All
Asked
of
you
us have
first.
come to help Denki with his latest experiment.
Experiment? What kind of experiment?
It's a wireless experiment.
Oh, wireless, huh? You mean like the things that you wear in your ear during missions?
Yep.
In principle, yes, but I improved it by increasing its power and expanding its range much farther.
Mhm.
You see, by transmitting from the balloon we just launched, theoretically our voices should be able to reach all the way to other nations.
That
Like
would be
cell
useful.
phones. That would be useful.
Do you know where your friends are going? No. They're gone.
They're gone.
I never liked them anyway.
It's the switchover valve.
We may never see him again.
Pretty high up, huh? Not even. Look, if we use this burner, then we will go even higher.
I literally just told you!
Don't panic.
Denki has a friend from a town by the border who's helping him out. He sent them the same machine he has here. If this experiment works, we ought to start hearing their voice soon. But,
Nada. All he hears is the screams of them in the in the balloon. We're dying! Imagine.
aliens are abducting us!
We found Kara!
Normally takes an entire day to get to, right?
It has to go a little higher or it won't.
Oh?
Still not yet. I do not know.
Keep going up. That'd be so scary. In a little box in the
This
sky.
is Denki Kaminarimon in the Hidden Leaf Village. Can you hear me?
We're gonna reach the target altitude soon.
Naruto's there like, what is happening right now? Did I walk into a filler?
Did I walk into a filler?
They made it. Did it work?
Hello, this is Denki of the Hidden Leaf. Can you hear me?
It works! Yes! Good job, Denki.
Awesome job, you did it!
Using that brain of yours.
By the way, how do we get out of this thing? Legend has it they're still in that
They're
balloon.
still floating up there
away.
somewhere.
The balloon's altitude has decreased. I'm going
They've
to have
died.
to figure out how to keep it up there for a longer period of time.
That's really too bad. So you're saying we can't start using it on missions just yet?
Still, it's an
They could use one of those balloons that, like, the transport balloons. Because they stay up longer.
Like the land of iron.
You're right, let's hope. One day, if this technology connects people all over the world, then we can help each other right away whenever trouble happens. Our lands will be closer and tighter knit.
They need like a satellite.
Powered up.
Send it into space.
We have run completely out of fuel up here! What are we supposed to do now?
Just hold on, we'll get you!
Hurry, or else
Chase them!
throw them away.
Why does she run like this?
Because she's a filler.
This doesn't look good.
Get him, quick! Maybe we should just
Is-
leave him.
Eubay, listen!
Maybe we should just leave them.
Grab the rope!
I got you too!
They all fly away.
Is Naruto not gonna help? No.
He's just watching. Look at him just watch.
He's gonna leave it
Originally,
open.
chakra was a power that was meant to connect people with each other. It's become fundamental to us shinobi, which means that if we do anything to sever that connection, in a way, it's like we're just strangling ourselves. Seeing all those kids together yesterday helped me to remember that. I've decided we won't blockade the gates of the Hidden
You
Leaf.
could do it
Keeping it open.
keeping a tight eye on who comes in and out though.
Knowing
Yeah.
you, I figured you were gonna say that.
Without a doubt, there'll be a risk, and we've got to be concerned for those who jeopardize their lives every day to protect the village. So I want us to reevaluate the entire surveillance system that's
Yeah.
currently in use here.
Surveillance and
Can I leave
the
that to you,
scanning
Sai?
system and stuff.
I'll start immediately.
Agreed.
Increase
But we
the
still have
security,
no idea
basically.
when this enemy could strike, so simply waiting around for something to happen is gonna be an issue.
We know that Kara and their followers are out there, so they've got to have a base somewhere. I think moving forward, we need to coordinate with every other nation so we can track it down.
They have to find their base. Their base is in like a weird cube dimension.
In other words, Victor, what you're trying to tell me here is that everything that happened was part of a scheme by Deepa. That it?
And I have proof.
He lived.
How did he live? He got
He pulled one
eaten.
over us. Jigen. You can rest assured. I retrieved every remaining part of Deepa's body. I'm certain that our secret has not been revealed to those shinobi.
But I still find it rather strange. I mean that you weren't aware of what was going on directly underneath your nose.
I nearly died because of all this.
He's basically
I
just
lost my company
really weak.
too. But anyway, What's the current condition of the vessel?
If you truly want to fulfill your wish, you really ought to stop pursuing foolish dreams.
I shall take your warning to heart.
Whoa.
He was never there.
Since my plan is gone awry, there's only one path that remains open to me now. And that means I'm simply going to have to take his vessel.
Oh, snap. There you go. Another episode of Boruto.
I thought at the end, when he was on the radio, Denki was going to hear something like, "Hello, little boy."
I have your friends. You'll never see them again. No!
Well, there's some scheming.
There is some scheming. It looks like Victor, even though he's a part of Kara, he's
not really with them.
He's like doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Like he's talking to the boss and he's like, well, looks like I'm gonna have to take his vessel then. And it's like, bruh, you are messing with the wrong. If he's the boss of Kara, you don't mess with the boss of anything in the Shinobi world. No. They're a boss for a reason. And he's like weakened as well. So he survived somehow.
I don't know how, because he got eaten.
He
and
must
then
have
Orochimaru sealed it away.
He probably escaped just before it got sealed and melted. But he lost probably a lot of chakra. That's probably why he's like hooked up to a machine and just in a wheelchair. Like, I'm not in good condition right now.
And they said something about Deepa's body.
Yeah, he managed to get the parts
secret?
of his body. Well, the secret is them. They're the secret.
Oh.
He's saying, I've made sure that they don't know about us.
Oh, well,
Like,
they do.
They do know about them, but like they probably could have gained more knowledge if they had Deepa's body or stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of secrets in the Shinobi's body. There could be something special about them.
A lot of secrets.
A lot. Meanwhile, Naruto having to decide if he should keep the gate open or...
Inspired by a little boy.
I would have cut all that out, but I couldn't cut it out because...
it made his mind up.
Well, it made his mind up, and also he was there, you know, and it would have been like impossible to cut all that out, so I had to leave it, essentially. But it was fun. It wasn't too long. It was, you know, just a little bit of just... blooping. Of just laid back slice of life stuff. We're making a hot air balloon and doing an experiment so we can hear radio. That I don't think that ever comes into fruition for anything, because it's just filler. So it doesn't do anything for the story. It was just all it was that moment for Naruto to be like, I've made my decision.
I mean, wasn't the fish enough? But Kakashi.
Kakashi's analogy of the fish. It's not from around here, but it tastes just as good.
Well, it was weirdly well animated because they actually animated Kakashi's mouth.
Is that what constitutes a well animated episode for you?
Yeah.
Is if they animate his jaw moving when he talks?
Even though nothing happened, it was really well animated.
It was just a tie-up of, you know, the arc, you know, one last thing, and it's going into the next arc, which involves the main villain.
Yeah.
He called him Jigen.
Jigen.
I've watched all of this in sub. I'm all caught up in sub. I'm all caught up on the manga as well. I have to say...
He knows everything.
I know everything.
I know nothing.
I have to say, Jigen's voice, it's not bad, but it's not quite what I would have wanted for his voice.
Not like Madara's voice. He had a great
Madara's voice can't be matched, but I wanted more of a creepy tone to his voice.
I thought it was okay.
It's fine.
It was
It's
just quite standard.
It's a standard villain voice, essentially. I would have wanted something a bit more, but it's not bad. But it is what it is. But it's fine. I don't mind it. But yeah, how was the end of the Kara actuation arc? How was it?
I enjoyed it, actually.
Was it okay?
Yeah, I feel like they trained hard, which is what you want to see in one of these animes.
The training, the payoff of training.
Yeah.
And moving on to the next thing. So the next arc that we'll be going into is the vessel arc. We talked about a vessel. What do you think it involves? Something about Jigen and a vessel.
Yeah. I mean, in the intro, there was that little boy in like a little round thing, and isn't he the one that like in the future he's gonna be like, I'm gonna send to Boruto, I'm gonna send you to the same place to send your dad.
It could be. Could be the same person.
I think it's that
Maybe
guy.
not.
I think he's gonna be some sort of like, he's gonna be a vessel.
I mean, we've heard vessel when it comes to Orochimaru. Yeah. Orochimaru wanted Sasuke as a vessel.
He did. He wanted his body.
He wanted his body. So a vessel usually means...
It's usually a body.
When it comes to Naruto, the Naruto world, it's usually a body.
And he looked like he was growing in some little sack.
A little potato sack.
Yeah. I think it's a little potato.
No.
It's the vessel.
It's a potato. I have the potato vessel. Maybe not. But yeah, we'll be going into the next arc, which is a manga material as well.
Oh,
so we're at official manga material.
Let's go.
Yes. Did you enjoy?
I did.
Hopefully everyone else enjoyed. Like, subscribe if you did. And as always, have a great one. We give our condolences as well. It was sad that you cried.
I cried a lot.